All right, baby. Let's get this party started. Let's get this show on the road. I'm hyped up today. Welcome, episode 2, Smiles for Miles. Hopefully, you're seeing this right now. I went to hell and back trying to get the video going, but I think we got video for you guys this week, so I'm super excited about that. As you can see, I got the lighting going. You know what? Actually, I got my candle. Let's get this lighted. Hang on one second. It's this French vanilla candle. I've been man, loving it, loving it. Happy almost Halloween, everybody. It's Halloween week. Ready to go. I'm ready to party. I'm ready to get down. Drinking a Coors Banquet. Cheers. My hands are shaking right now. It's one of those days. Let me tell you something. This week has been this past week was the worst, man. You ever have one of those weeks where it's like, despite everything you try to do to be productive, it's just like the universe is just like, it's not happening. Like all week, all week, I said to myself, each day I'm waking up, this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. No, I got hit with a crazy, like head cold. It was just throbbing headache for a couple of days and stuffy nose, trash, lousy. So I couldn't really do nothing. I was all bummed out because I was trying this past week was really the week I wanted to lay down the vocals for my EP that I'm working on. And I go to the studio. I got part of them laid down, just like some rough ideas where I kind of like this, and I was going to go back and lay the final vocals down. And studio got shut down because of just some issues with the equipment. So they got the electrician back in there. But that took a couple of days, but it's good now. It's running now. But my deadline is the 31st for recording and mixing and submitting the project. And now it's just like, today's the 26th when I'm recording this. So I got 5 days basically to record and mix a project. So I just don't know that that's going to happen. So I'm kind of bummed about that. And I really, was pushing for it. I finished writing it. I wrote, I think, like 4 songs in this last week for it. So really, really trying my hardest just to get everything done. And that didn't work out. Tried to set up my home studio and get the video going. And it was just, man, one nightmare after the other with the technology, which again, I'm not a tech guy, but I like to pretend I'm a tech guy. It's like all men. We like to pretend that we're good at something, like physical work, yard work, whatever it is. We'd like to pretend that we're good at something. So my thing is technology. I like to think that I'm good with computers. Let me turn that down. Is that my computer? What are you gonna do? I think that was my computer screen reflecting a bright light in my eyes. Sorry about that. But no, my thing that I like to pretend that I'm good at is technology. I like to think that I'm good with like all of that stuff, because I know a little bit about it. Again, I'm not completely blind, but I got like, a match in the dark, and that's about it. So just so much trouble with everything, but I think we finally got it working. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I had, again, like I said, a lot of coffee today, man. I'm getting to the age where, like, well, first off, in general, I used to be able to drink a lot of coffee. I had like a pot a day for the longest time. Always drink a coffee. And then I started getting all these my heartburn and intestines and everything like that, right? So I had to stop drinking the coffee. Is the acid in the coffee like eating away at my small intestine or something like that? Whatever the deal was, I had to stop drinking coffee for like 2 years. Couldn't have it out. Like a half cup would just ruin my whole day. So I lost like all my tolerance. This is how fucking crackheads die. This is how heroin addicts die. Is they get clean, they go to rehab, and they come out and they think they can do the same amount. They get juiced up. That's it. They fall. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They're dead. You find them in a ditch. Anyhow, I got back into coffee trying to drink the same amount, man, and like I start shaking. I get like anxiety. I get hot and sweaty. All sorts of things. Crazy. So I have to keep it down to like 1 or 2 cups a day. However, today I had like 2 of them and then a dirty chai, which is fantastic. I love the dirty chai. It's the little shot of espresso in there just is the creme or that's not the creme de creme. The piece de resistance, I think is what they say. It's so damn good. I could drink 1,000 of them, but I had one of those on top a couple cups of coffee today. So I'm just like zooming. So I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let's get this started. Actually, this is my third take at the podcast for this week because I tried 2 times yesterday to record it, right? First time, got this all set up. I was ready to go. And I don't know why, but I felt like something was off. This is like 30 minutes into the podcast, so I was pretty much done. So I was like, all right, I'll wrap it up, and I kind of just ended it. And I watched the video, and I had the wrong microphone selected for the input, so it was just my regular laptop microphone and not this one right here microphone. And so the audio just sounded like I was like underwater and like 30 feet away. So I was like, all right, let's do it again. So we'll go for it again. And the second time, okay. So I'm talking and I thought my cat was in the litter box, right? I hear like, I'm moving this table because I keep bumping my knee into it. There we go. I keep thinking that my cat is going to the litter box because I hear all the scratching over there. And so I don't think anything of it. I kind of ignore it, right? And then I see my cat come from this side, but my litter box is over there in the kitchen. And so instantly I'm like, oh, like shit, somebody's breaking in here right now. I thought somebody was in there thinking like, let this retard just like keep making his podcast. I'm gonna just like, not that there's really too much to steal in the kitchen, but there's nothing in there, but you never know. So it's just me midway through a sentence. I just like geeked, reached over, you know what I'm saying? Got the thing. Got up, walk off camera, just like so straight and like just ready, just like fully thinking like, all right, I'm about to like walk around the corner to somebody in my crib right now. So go around and it turns out the maintenance guy had gone under the house and was doing something with the pipes near the kitchen. And so they were like, all that scratching was him moving stuff around underneath the house. And I could have sworn it was coming from inside, man. I geeked. And at that point, I was just like, I'm done. I was so stressed out. I was so annoyed. I was like, man, I'm over it. So I just called it a day. And I was like, man, if I get to it later on that night, then it'll happen. But it didn't. And I woke up today and I was like, man, I finally, you know what I'm saying? I feel like good today. Like today hasn't been a day of not getting anything done. I have been having crazy issues with my money that I've been trying to invest, transferring it from Robinhood to Fidelity. And it's just been one nightmare after the other, but it finally went through today. So I was able to kind of make some plays on there, which is great. So hopefully that'll bring us a little bit of money in so I can like pay for some music videos, pay for some more content to get out there for you guys, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, hell yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come and I wanted to talk to you guys today. We can just kick it. It's going to be a crazy week. It is a crazy week, but you know what I'm saying? Rent's due on Monday or Saturday. If you got, you know what I'm saying, a real tight lawyer, landlord, you got a real shiesty one. They might want their money on the 31st, midnight by the 1st. So you better be hustling this week because you got to get that money and you got to have money to go out because I know you're going out for Halloween. And if you're not going out, you're being COVID distant, staying at home. You got to get yourself a couple bottles. You got to get yourself some beer. You got to get something for your man, something for your girl. Or if not, maybe you know what I'm saying, you splurge on yourself. You're buying something. You're spending money, man. It's Halloween. We're having a good time. You got to get a costume. You got to look like a slutty nurse. Or what else do people dress up as? Rabbits. I think cats, kitties, I guess they would say, and bunnies rather than rabbits, probably because it's small. Isn't that weird that the child versions of the animals is like the sexy thing to be, like not the fully developed? Does that bother anybody else? Like I'm a sexy kitten. Like I'm a sexy child cat. I'm not a sexy cat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever says I'm a sexy cat. It's always the. It's a weird thing. I think that people so obsessed with like the young stuff. I never got that. I was actually talking with my friend. We were saying how, man, everybody like people love like watching porn with like girls that just turned 18. I don't understand, and I don't understand the fascination, especially guys, that guys have with like girls that are real young. That's never, I don't get it. It's always like, dudes, oh man, she just turned 18. That's like da 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 da. It's like, I don't get it. I've never understood the fascination with the young women. I personally would prefer, you know what I'm saying, a woman with a little substance to her. Maybe we can get cocktails. Maybe we can get appetizers, hors d'oeuvres somewhere. You know, we could talk about, you know, her business, you know, her skincare routine, you know, what her thoughts on world affairs are. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know what, and for me, I like a girl that knows what she's doing. I like a woman that knows what she wants. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing as a woman, that like, yeah, you know, let's do this. Like, let's go. You know what's great is a woman that makes decisions. If you find a woman that will tell you where she wants to eat straight up, like on the when you say, what do you want to eat tonight, and she says, I want to go, keep her, because she probably can apply that to the rest of her life, and that's exactly what you need. So I personally prefer that, and you can't get that in an 18-year-old. And what are you going to talk about with an 18-year-old? You can't. These kids these days, the TikTok. No, I mean, I use TikTok too, but like they use it on a different level. Like they live on there, man. You can't get eye contact. You can't, man. Skip it. You know, not for me. Not for me. I like them. I say 2023 is the youngest. I'm 20 something. 23 is the youngest. And I'll say go up to like a nice 33, 33, 34. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they got a house. Maybe they got a pool. They might already be divorced, you know? So they kind of really are just kind of like there for you emotionally, you know, when you need it on a hard day. Uh, that's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm in the market for, I think, probably on my next go round. Probably going to go a little bit older, hopefully with a house. Maybe she's got a rental property too, you know, that'd be badass. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about this week was just, you know what I'm saying, staying positive, because it's a crazy week, man. You got to get the rent money. You got to get the money for the party, whatever you're doing. You got to just in general thrive and survive. And it's always, man, the end of the month is like, it's rough. I know all my bills are coming up, you know, and, you know, it's been a slow month. You know, there's been just a lot of different things I've been doing, you know, and that have been in the way of my making money, you know, just me like creating for my personal self, you know. So I've just had to kind of pass up on some sessions and miss up on some work opportunities and stuff like that. So it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's rough, but Halloween's coming up, man, and we're gonna have a blast this weekend. I'm going to as many parties as I can. I found like 3 or 4 of them that different people have asked me to go to. So I'm gonna, you know, hopefully be out and about all through the city. So if you're going out, hit me up. Let's party. Let's turn up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay 6 feet apart, we'll stay 6 feet apart. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, some beers or whatever. But man, yeah, it's personally been a crazy week for me. And um you know, just been going through it with everything. Like I've really had a lot of hindrances this week, and it's just been one of those things that I have to really remind myself, like, man, just you got to keep on pushing and smiling, like, you know. And I kind of, you know, I was in the shower when I actually like was talking to myself, which I always, you know, in the shower I have great conversations. I got like a standing only shower, so I just kind of lean up against the wall. I can really think. I space out, you know. Um, and I was thinking about all my problems, and it's like, you know, um, it might be bad, but it's really, you know, I'm gonna make it through this. We're gonna make it through this. You know, shit might be bad right now, but it's bad all over. you know, and you're gonna pull through. You're gonna make it. Like, this is just like a test. If you're going through it right now, this is just the test. This is where you separate the men from the boys. Like, this is, are you going to hold out? Are you going to, or do you love what you're chasing enough to push through where you really don't know? This is the lean time of year, man. Like, this is like you don't know if you're going to make it, you know, if you're going to have to dip into the savings, or if you don't have a savings, man, maybe you just got to cancel cable. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, like, but if you love what you're chasing enough, man, you'll push through and you'll find a way. And I believe in you. I believe in me. You know, I know that I'm gonna pull through this, and if I can do it, man, I know you guys can do it. You know, but yeah, and I was kind of thinking when I was in the shower, and I just told myself, like, man, like, you know, just smile, and not in some stupid, like, you know, oh, just like smile and you'll be okay kind of thing. Like, I'm talking like really in your soul, like really just kind of be at peace. And I've been, you know, I try to do yoga every morning, have my nice 20 minutes of just like time to myself. And on days that I can really focus in, where I can put all those thoughts out of my head, man, like, it's so calm and it's so quiet. And that's where, you know what I mean when I say smile, like, find that peace, find that inner peace within yourself, where you can kind of just, you can let go of all the stuff that's bothering you. And I know it's hard, man. I know there's so much stuff where it's like, man, it keeps me up at night. I don't sleep. I wake up 5, 6, 7 times a night, and I have for a long time. And it's just how it is, man. I got a lot on my mind. A lot stresses me out. You know, you're trying to do a million things at once, you know, especially if you're really like captain of your own ship and this kind of thing, right? So when I say, yeah, just smile, it's just like, you know, kind of be at peace with everything and accept the situation that you're in, and realize that you're going to make it through, you know? It's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? You're going to survive. So, um, yeah, and that it's kind of one of those things. I don't always like answering the question of like, well, where did you get your name from? Like, yeah, my name is Miles, really, and when I was a kid, everybody called me Smiles, so okay, my name is Smiles, right? I don't necessarily like answering those questions, because it just gets repetitive, and it's just, you know, whatever. But, you know, part of the thing, like when I named myself Smiles, is, if you know me, before I was going by Smiles, when I was making music under my other names, which we don't need to talk about because the music was terrible. It was just rap, no melodies or nothing, just rap, 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 rap. And um, you know, I was always rapping about real serious kind of political things, or like problems with greed and corruption and this and that. And, you know, not that it's bad to talk about that, but it really started taking a serious toll on me, like my actual personality outside of when I'm making music, my everyday life. I was getting in, you know, just deeper and deeper depression cycles, and just, you know, really just looking at the world in a real negative way. Excuse me. And and one day I kind of just had to make the decision, man. I just was so miserable. I just said to myself, like, I'm done. Like, I'm done being miserable. I just don't want to do this anymore. I want to be happy. And I just decided, you know, it was just smile. Like, just be at peace with your situation, accept it, and realize that you're gonna get through, and you're gonna make things better if you work at it, you know. And realize that you have the power to control your situations. I'm not talking like, obviously, you know, if it's like a physical thing and yeah, somebody got you pinned down and they're like beating the shit out of you, you don't have the power in that situation. But I'm talking like in problems that, you know what I'm saying? Like with business, with bills and stuff like that, or with even like your mental state, man. Like, you know, you have the power, man. You gotta say, like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm done. Like, and I, you know, obviously it's easier said than done, but it's just like quitting smoking, man. I smoked for years. I would smoke a pack of cigs a day. And one day it was just like, I was just over it. I was sick and tired of spending money. They raised the price on me. I walked in there with my $5.83 for my Maverick Reds, and I handed him the money, and he was like, it's whatever it was, $6.07. And I was like, no, I'm done. That was it. I quit that day. I walked out, never bought a pack of cigarettes ever again. Like, and I was tired of it. I already had been tired of it, you know, but I just couldn't find a reason to quit. And that, I just used as my reason. And, that was it. So, in a lot of these situations, man, you just gotta like just stand up and be like, I'm done. I'm just not putting up with this anymore. And I'm changing where I'm at, And yeah, man. And that's kind of what I decided to do with my music. And I thought to myself, I was like, listen, you can continue making this aggressive music, this angry music, and let it affect, because clearly it is affecting my, like my mental state, right? So I'm thinking, you can keep doing this and letting it affect your mental state, or you can switch. You can start making music that's happy, you know. And I decided to do that. And that's why Peaches and Cream, which is kind of like my first official like project, that I stand behind. When I finally I was looking for names, and it's crazy. I actually a while before I changed my name to Smiiles, I actually asked a few people I knew, few people like kind of in my circle, what do you think of the name? And they all hated it. Everybody was like, bro, that's a terrible name. Nobody's gonna like that. Nobody's gonna take you seriously or whatever. And I'm not holding against them. They gave me their honest opinion. I appreciate it, And I guess the name didn't really match the music I was making at the time. But, when I really kind of got serious and was like, all right, I kind of want to, I think I have a shot at making music my living, my career, I kind of landed on the name Smiiles, and it just first off, it made me happy because it was my nickname when I was a kid, when I was real little, I was just the happiest kid, always smile. So everybody called me Smiiles, right? Second off, well, I guess it like ties into that, but it felt like me. Like all my other names were, like the name. I made music under so many different names. Just I didn't know what I was doing. I would record, off like a USB, like the little headset mic. I'd record in my basement and like lock myself in the closet and try to do it over like old Scott. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had so many different names, but it was always like characters. And Smiiles was the first one. It's like, well, this really is my name. So I don't feel uncomfortable being called that. I feel supernatural, supernatural being called that. So it just made sense, So, but that was part of it. The name was like a mental change, So now it's like because I'm not big into zodiacs. I don't wear crystals. You know what I mean? Like I don't do my little dance. Like if we're having a blood moon, you know what I'm saying? I don't do a little rain dance, like naked on the roof or anything like that. But I definitely believe you attract, what you put out there, like you attract the energy you put out. And when we made Peaches and Cream, it was like, we're going to make like a real positive album, something happy for people, and there's some sad songs on there, but we were just really like experimenting. But it was definitely a step in like, I want to make happy music. I want to make music that you can just enjoy. It doesn't have to be really thought, if you want to think about my bars, go ahead, because probably, what I'm saying, I put my work in. So if you question like my actual ability, listen to the lyrics. Like I'm not playing around. Like I came to win, but we try to make it just fun. So it's fun music. And that's kind of the thing is like, man, I just want to attract that energy. I want to attract the fun energy. I want to attract happiness. You know what I'm saying? And I love hearing people say like that it makes them happy. This music makes them smile. Like they're just chilling to it. Yeah, bro, I'm smoking to this all weekend. Like da 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 da. Me and the homies are playing this. I like this, man. It just means the world because it's like, aside from making a living off the music, yeah, obviously, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to take it to the limit, but like, I'm trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying, by any means with this. But the real like victory for me is like, man, hearing people say, this made my day or this made me happier. You know what I'm saying? Like when I know that when I brought somebody else joy, when the music brought somebody joy, it makes me so happy. And it just kind of reinforces my confidence like in the name and in myself. So I don't know, man, that's just one of those things. Like you got to really believe in yourself and realize like again, like I said last time, it's like nobody's here to save you, man. You got to do it. Um, if you really got to work and you take yourself to the next level, man, like it's just up to you. If you're out there, your own boss, right? You're an artist, you're a painter, you're you sell hair, you sell rugs, whatever, you sell pillowcases. You are your own boss. Like, you got to figure this shit out for yourself, man. Like, you got to make sure that you're doing this right. And believing in yourself is just super key. It's just super, super key. And that's what I'm telling you guys, is you can do it. I know you can. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Let me tell you something. I may seem smart, but I'm not. And if I do seem smart, shout out to me. No, but like I take a long time. What do they say? Smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from other people's mistakes, right? I'm like bottom tier smart then in that case, because I learned from my mistakes, but I got to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. I'm fantastic at that. I'm so good at like knowing that I'm about to do something that is just not good. Like, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I know that me going to a studio that charges $70 an hour. Now that's a bad example because I don't do that anymore, but I have done that in the past. Okay, yeah. So no, I guess let's say that. Let's use that as an example. All right. So say you go to a studio that charges $70 an hour, right? You go there because of the name of the studio, right? And you don't get the results you wanted, right? And you know this now. Other people have also told you, man, I don't get the results that I want, but the place has the name, right? I was the type of guy that back in the day, man, I because I was an idiot. I didn't learn from my mistake, bro. I spent my money there and I didn't get anything back. I would go back again thinking, well, you know what I mean? Uh, uh, no, everybody says the place is good though, but the name of the place is good. So I'm going to go back again. And I would do it 3 times before I'd be like, well, now I'm out $200 some and I still don't have anything that I'm happy with. No product that I'm happy with. So, that's me in a nutshell. I do that with every aspect of my life. I do that a lot with women. But you ever do that with a girl? You're like, man, this is a bad idea. Everybody does that with their ex, You're like, man, answering this phone call at 1:30. Like, I know what it's gonna lead to. I'll be there. I'll be right about to dive in. And I'm like, I know is exactly what is gonna happen when I hit. I'm still doing it. Like, I know it's gonna be bad, but I'm still, what am I gonna say? No. That's probably my weakest area. I'm still horrible with that. But if so that's what I'm saying. If I'm so bad with this and I can learn from it, guys, you come on. You obviously can do it quicker than me. So, you know what I'm saying? Get kicking out there. You know what I'm saying? It's Halloween week. I'm trying to get spooky. Trying to get real spooky. I want to man, I baked some cookies and I'm about to watch some horror movies. I don't know. First off, I never really watched too many horror movies. I was my imagination runs so much when I'm watching like scary stuff. I don't know why it's only scary stuff. Oh, and also, you know what is crazy? It's the scariest thing in the world to me is underwater movies. Yo, underwater movies and shark movies are an absolute no go. Like, I can't, I don't care. What was that movie called? Not Sharknado, but the one with the Megadon, bro. I don't care how cheesy it is. It's still like, let's see, if you're watching, you're seeing how antsy I'm getting right now. It is so scary to me. It is so like the idea. First off, underwater, I don't like it. I don't like being underwater. I just and if I go underwater in the ocean and I close my eyes, bro, I have an anxiety attack. I just can't do it. I'm so scared of being out there because I see the movies and you open your eyes and there's it's the shark is like swimming right at you. The idea of being like out of my element, right? You can't move underwater. You can't run, you can't swim fast. They are in their element. That's how they move, and I'm stuck there. I can't. The idea of one of those swimming towards me and me just the horror that I would experience is just beyond anything, man. I can't. So I can't even watch those movies without getting freaked out. I just get anxiety. Even just from the cameramen being underwater for those takes, it is petrifying to me. Like just underwater, like I couldn't watch Aquaman. It would just give me an anxiety attack, hands down. Like I'm not even joking. It's horrifying to me. It's absolutely petrifying. So those scared me way more than actual scary movies. But this year, since I've been in the studio, they do like the 31 Days of Halloween or whatever it is, and I have seen the movie Halloween now, the original Halloween movie. Honestly, I've probably seen it about 20 times now this year alone, and I've also seen what's the other movie? Oh, Beetlejuice. The Beetlejuice movie. I've seen that probably like 30 times this year just because it's always on the TV and it's just constantly playing. And every time it's always the beginning. So I get to watch the whole, I got to, and then I had to. It was fun at first and it just went downhill afterwards. But nonetheless, I'm trying to get into some scary movies. So if you guys got any ideas for some good scary movies, let me know, because like I said, my imagination used to run wild when I was a kid. Scooby-Doo scared the living daylights out of me, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch Scooby-Doo. What else did? Oh, the last movie that I remember genuinely like as like way too old to be being scared of it, but like still being scared of it was the Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, which is crazy, right? I was probably like, bro, I had to have been like 12. I had to have been 12 or 13, and I was so scared. When he looked in that mirror and his skin started falling, I lost it. I was done. I left. I ran upstairs, couldn't go to sleep all night. I asked my mom and dad if I was like, I come sleep with you guys. That was it. Yeah, that was the last time I was like genuinely scared of a movie. I was way too old. It was horrible. But my mind, man, it just runs like that, and I can't help it. What do you want me to do? I can't stop it. It just goes. There's nothing. I'm not in control. I'm just sitting in the back seat, taking in the view, you know? But yeah, no, so I'm trying to get into the horror genre this year. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about Halloween. I got no costume ideas. It's kind of weird. There's a bunch of parties, man. Everybody's like talking about, but like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I might just go as like, I don't know, bro. I always use, you know how it is. You throw a flannel on and you go as like a zombie lumberjack or something like that. So I really don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, Halloween is crazy. Saturday this year, 31st. Man, we're about to turn up. Anyhow, man, that's it. No, I really didn't have too much to say this week, man. I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, talk to you guys about the importance of just smiling, the importance of just accepting, where you are in your journey, and realizing that, things might be rough right now, but it's gonna get better. Like, we're gonna make it through. It's not gonna literally kill you. Might put you in a bad position for a while, but you'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what the whole point of this is for people who figure everything out themselves, for people who are into figuring out their own shit. That's what this is. That's who this is for. This is for you. So I'm not talking to the people that like to sit around and just complain that the world's passing them by, but they don't do anything about it. Listen, if you're doing that, man, just hop in the grave right now, because I don't have time for it. Because we're out here trying to get just something, trying to get to a better place. You know what I'm saying? what you came for, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to reach, that's what I'm trying to make this podcast for. That's for you guys, the guys that are out there. Like I'm gonna make it. Yeah, there might be a lot of obstacles in my way, but I'm not worried about it because I'm me. And who's better than me? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's the attitude you have to have. Like, I'm gonna win. Nobody's stopping me, and let's get this party started, Um, yeah, that's really what this is all about. That's what this is for, man. So you know what I'm saying? Go get it this week. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting close to the money, like now is the time to start the OnlyFans. Now is the time, man. You just fill out the little whatever, the W-2, the 1040 or whatever for the independent. You know what I'm saying? Independent contractor work. You get that going. Sign up. You know what I'm saying? Shake a little bit on there for all my fellas listening. You can go nice tight. I got some leopard print. What you call them, boxer briefs, like the real tight ones. I got some nice ones of those. You do that little turn so that if you got any kind of abs, you know what I'm saying, it accents it a little bit. You put the flash on so it hits you. You know what I'm saying? You get those angles going. You hop on Tinder, select only women that are 40 plus. You start selling it to those cougars. You know what I'm saying? You send them a little short story, a little poem, a little sensual poem. You know what I'm saying? With a picture of, you know what I'm saying, with your meat. They're gonna love it. They'll go crazy for it. They'll be throwing dollars at you like you're at Magic City. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, you got your, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is throw it out there. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna complain since we got the whole wage gap thing and stuff like that. And you don't really get paid for maternity leave in a lot of places. You get the ups here on the OnlyFans. So shout out to you on this one. You got the leg up. Regardless of what you're doing out there, man. Let's get it. Let's get this money. Enjoy yourselves. Everybody have a great, you know what I'm saying, weekend. And we'll see you next week. I think I got a special guest for you next week. And yeah, I'm excited about it. So cheers, keep grinding, and I love you all.